All right. I'm Dante Warren,
And I'm John Rabona.
and this is
Friendly Neighborhood Podcast.
episode 1.
The pilot, man.
Yeah. Basically, in this podcast, we're going to be talking about pop culture, movies, TV shows.
Games, sometimes.
Yeah, games sometimes, too. Yeah, just anything like, Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah. You go.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about Thunderbolts, which came out in this month, right?
Came out this month, yep.
And then we're going to watch the Superman trailer, the new one that came out today.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then we'll give our review on that, and then give our theories about Superman. I think that comes out in July.
Yeah.
So we had about two months, I think, for that movie to come out. So that's exciting.
Yeah, that is very exciting.
And then I think an Ironheart trailer came out today as well.
We might get that one to watch. We give that one to watch.
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's June. I think it's June actually. That's not a month away.
Oh dang, for real?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
It's like it's almost like it got shadow dropped. You know what that means?
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know why they waited so long to do that, but and then I guess we'll give our top 5 MCU movies, which we'll be very divided on that. I know we have our different opinions on MCU movies.
For sure.
And then I guess we'll also give our unpopular opinions on characters and the shows and how they're going with the MCU right now.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Sound good. All right now.
I'll let you start on your Thunderbolts opinion.
Bit. Well, ignore the background too. This is the first episode. We're working on,
We'll get some backgrounds eventually, like some posters, maybe some Legos, Funko Pops, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be lit. It's gonna be tough. It's lit. That's
Good
show. Thunderbolts. So, I actually thought it was really, really good for Phase 5, right?
I think it's Phase 5.
Phase 5, yeah.
It's 5 or 6. I don't know where they're at right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but it's one of the better movies of Phase 5. I would say that. You want to give both our rankings of it in in 3?
I will give. Hold on, before.
Okay.
Spoiler warning for anyone that has not watched this movie.
It'd be spoilers for Thunderbolts.
Yeah, spoilers. So ranking out of 10 or 5.
We'll do it out of 10.
10. Okay, you go first.
Okay. 3. This both say at the same time.
Okay.
What's
a 3 out of 10?
They will explain.
I was like, damn.
No, they will explain. My fault.
I was like, it was that bad.
All right. Okay.
You ready?
3, 2, 1.
8.5. Yo!
We did not rehearse this.
That looks so rehearsed. That looks rehearsed, bro.
Okay.
I'll give it like 8.59.
8.59, yeah. I was leaning more to 9. It might change, but
I think they did it really well. Like with the team build up and how they brought in the show characters.
Okay. Want to talk about the positives first?
Yeah, go to the positives.
Okay, bet. So we'll give both our positives about the movie. So for my positives, I would say I really love the mental health aspect. That was really nice. I like how they played on that from the beginning with Yelena, and how the first scene was also the same as the last scene. Did you notice that?
No.
It was a close up of her at the beginning of the movie.
Oh, it was.
And at the end, it ended with her at the.
I've seen it twice. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. I love that part. That was really cool, and I also love how powerful how powerful Sentry was.
Oh,
and the fact that the only thing that could I like how they show display him in that one scene
when he was fighting all of them.
When he was fighting all of them, bro.
Tank. That's a tank right there.
Bro, that was freaking crazy. Bro, what do you even do? I remember there was one scene.
Even in the comics, he only technically, I guess. I know the comics, but I can't I'm not gonna quote them I know I've read every single story.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I know, is that Sentry only truly dies to one person in the comics. Yeah. And they even stated themselves that they had no idea how OP he was. He wouldn't have died to Sentry. That's not true. He died to Null, the god of symbiotes in the comics. He got ripped in half it was nothing. Mm-hmm. And the writers didn't know how powerful he was. Mm-hmm. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
That shouldn't have happened because they had no idea how powerful he was.
Yeah.
And Null killed from what I know, Null killed everybody from what I remember, and I think it took I think Venom had to like team up with some like God of Light thing or something like that, and had to defeat Null. But that's all I remember. But back to Thunderbolts.
Yeah, but going along with what you were saying, like how powerful he is. I like it. The only thing that could really beat him like was himself. That's the only thing. Like I remember like, seeing the trailers for Thunderbolts and seeing like Bob pop up. And I knew it was gonna be Sentry, and I'm like, what are they gonna do against him? You know what I mean? And I like what the frick are you gonna do? And I will say, I see why people say I don't like this, but I see how people say like he got like beat with the power of friendship. It sounds very stupid, but
I mean like
that's a good
how
thing.
else do you defeat him?
Yeah, how else do you defeat Void? That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that scene too was like one of my biggest positives too. I like when they all, probably my favorite part of the movie, when they all hugged Bob. That was my favorite part.
That was a very good emotional scene.
Yeah, that was very emotional.
I guess on topic of Thunderbolts, they're apparently the director of Thunderbolts is in talks to be the director of the MCU X-Men movies.
Okay.
So Ryan Coogler, who did Sinners and both Black Panther movies, is in talks to do Blade and X-Men. He's also in talks to do X-Men movies.
Who, Ryan Coogler? Or the dude for...
Both of them. Ryan Coogler and the guy who did Thunderbolts.
Oh,
they're both in talks to do X-Men. Talks. No confirmed, obviously. I mean, that's not going to be confirmed for who knows how long.
Yeah.
But they're in talks.
Which
is cool.
That is cool.
Honestly, I don't know who I prefer. I could see Ryan Coogler on Blade because he did great in Sinners, and obviously Black Panther.
Sinners.
10 out of 10.
You gotta go see that. It's amazing. That's crazy. That's innovation.
I've never seen any other movie like that.
Yeah.
It was. I don't. Spoiler warning for Sinners.
Yep. Spoiler for Sinners.
Skip if you haven't seen it. The scene where like it shows like the evolution through music. And it's all one shot, and then they're in that barn dancing, and it's like showing all like the hip hop, and then showing like the '60s and like the DJ. Dude, that was. I got chills. And when
the building burned down too, and like you got like a background shot, like just the people like dancing where the building was like, that was crazy.
I like the what scene was that? I'm trying to remember. Was it like the scene where like doing that Asian lady, bro? What's her name? Do you remember her name?
I don't.
It was like the store owner's wife.
Yeah, I remember.
She told him to come in, bro.
Yeah.
They were cooked. I know it was over.
Bro, what she say?
She was like,
"Come in, motherfucker."
Come in, you motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Bro, that was.
Anyways,
I know it was over. Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, Thunderbolts. Sorry.
Get distracted.
We get distracted. But yeah, we were talking about the positives of Thunderbolts. I talked about how like love they all like held Bob and comforted him. And that's what helped them to beat the Void, which I loved that. Any positives?
I mean, most of mine are what you had.
Yeah, what I said.
But, I mean, I like the, what's it called? I'm trying to think of the word for that. Like, I guess how they all worked as a team, and they seemed like a family, kind of like how the Avengers were back in 2012. But, like, I feel like they seemed more as a family.
The
Avengers did. Because, like, I don't know, like, I've seen, like, I guess clips of it, how like I saw this one clip of how like U.S. agent Red Guardian like picked up Bucky when the Sentry beat all of them. Yeah, and they made sure he was okay and stuff like that, and how like I don't know, they had a very good dynamic.
They did.
All the characters seemed like had a great dynamic.
Cause they all shared that trauma, which is like would help them to like they all opened up to each other if I'm not mistaken. Like at some point.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, I know I'm probably gonna get to hate for this. I know some people like this character, but Taskmaster had to go.
Oh yeah,
Taskmaster had to go. I'm sorry. That's my positive. I ain't gonna lie. She had to go.
Even Marvel knew it, bro. She got. Yeah.
That was the biggest fumble.
She got pieced up. She got
getting headshotted like that. Just point blank. Dude. That... She had to go.
She had to go.
I wasn't even surprised.
My theater didn't even react to it. It was
my dad, dude.
Your dad. What he said? What he do?
He was like, and I was like, I mean, when I saw it the first time, I knew it was gonna happen. Like, I think Harrison and Gage were like, and I was like, yeah. I mean, this had to go. This was gonna happen. I mean, it was. They even like said on Twitter before the movie came out, there was a surprise death. They said that on Twitter.
I was hoping she was gonna get ripped in half by Bob, but that would have been fun.
That would have been brutal, bro. That would have been brutal.
Bro.
I'm kind of surprised it wasn't rated R. With
Yeah.
how well the R-rated projects have been doing with with Marvel, because Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh yeah,
was
that
R-rated. That was good.
Did that make $1 billion?
I don't know.
If it
did it?
If it didn't, it was dang near close.
It had to be close.
Yeah, it was definitely
There's no way
close.
it wasn't like at $1 billion or close to $1 billion.
Yeah.
But like, Daredevil was also really good.
Yeah.
Daredevil was R-rated.
Daredevil was
And
R-rated
it was probably like one of the best MCU shows.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
It's probably top
y'all
three.
gotta go watch it.
Top 3, top 2, honestly.
Top 3, top 2?
It was.
I'm trying to think what other projects there are. It's definitely top.
Moon Knight's up there. Loki's one.
You think Loki's one?
100%. Did you watch season 2?
I haven't watched season 2.
That's why.
Don't hate
Loki,
me. Don't hate me.
Loki is. I've seen all the shows.
Mm-hmm.
Loki is 100% number one. I'd give it Loki.
Anyways, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about.
You're right. My fault.
We're gonna stand this up
I'm
right now,
getting ahead of myself.
Because you might get a little. You're gonna have different opinions on that topic, so
it's gonna get very divided.
Yeah, but anyways, we're gonna move on to the cons about Thunderbolts.
Honestly,
wanna go first?
It's hard to have cons. Honestly,
Yeah,
I think
I have one con, but
I'll let you go first, and I'll think if I have any.
I've heard this a lot too. It's kind of like a lot of other people have too.
What is it?
Is the fact that near like the third act where Yelena went to like the shadow area, the void. He went to the void.
I think I should talk about.
We got a scene of her, and I like during earlier scenes we got like little scenes like Bob touched like U.S. agent or who else?
Yelena.
Yelena, yeah. Like glimpse of them into the void, but I would love to see like a scene of all of them, like every person. We didn't get a single scene with Ghost, I don't think, but I would love to see like a scene with all of them trying to like to get to where Yelena and Bob are at that point.
Bucky's would have been sad.
Bucky's would have been sad.
Bucky's would have been
That was a wasted opportunity right there too, because Bucky went through a lot. So
I saw this breakdown of that scene. What it looked like when he came in from like in that room that Bob and Elena were in.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like he was in by the train when he fell off.
Oh, was it?
It looked like either he was there or he was in like that room where he was getting like tortured.
Yeah,
like the Hydra room. It was either that room or the train. I can't remember. It was one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I hope when it comes to Blu-ray or I guess Disney Plus,
Mm-hmm.
I thought I like deleted scenes.
Yeah.
If they have one like that where all of them are like in the void, that would be cool.
That'd be yeah.
That'd be tough.
Okay, this isn't a con, but
Okay.
I will say this: people like turn how they feel about U.S. Agent. I've always had the same feelings about him, and I'm glad other people feel the same.
Where are you going
like,
with this?
Okay, you finna see. In Captain America and Winter Soldier, Bucky and Sam they had no reason to hate him like that.
Oh well, thank you.
I even said that even when U.S. Agent snapped and killed that dude.
It was deserved.
Bro, yeah, of course.
Deserved crash.
Of course, yeah, you get stripped from being Captain America and everything, because that's, you know what I mean? But
Cap killed people though.
Yeah, he did, but okay, Cap did kill people, but the
Cap literally dragged the guy from he was on a motorcycle, grabbed the guy by his feet, and threw him into a tree.
Okay, Cap definitely just killed some people, because you know how hard he throws that shit.
Yeah, but
there's Civil War where bro freaking what was it?
Winter Soldier when he threw it through the window at Batroc. Remember in the beginning of Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Through that window, that had to decapitate that guy in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. That would have. Yeah, you saw when he's fighting that dude that was really good at martial arts.
Yes,
bro. That would have freaking.
Bro, that would have.
Yeah.
Hell no.
But yeah.
Bro.
But yeah, I always thought that John was like Sam and Bucky had no reason to treat him like that. I feel like it wasn't really deserved, because John was put in that situation too, and for them to think that he was trying to take that, you know what I mean? And in reality, he was trying to be best Captain America. He wasn't trying to be Steve Rogers, because he can't be Steve Rogers. So I feel like Thunderbolts does him a lot of justice, and I we didn't get a lot of scenes with him, like his background, but I love it got that one scene of him like when Bucky told remember they was all tied up.
Yeah, then they said that his
his family left him. I feel like that was like a really good scene because before that they thought he
said that he had a loving life, a son to go back to.
Yeah.
To them because he was like I'm gonna tie y'all up and I'm gonna take y'all back to I guess whatever her name was, Valentina. And
yeah. So I love how he was like but yeah. So I feel like I love how people are like turning how they feel about John Walker because at some point it was like about race too. I'm like, bro, it's just you know what I mean.
It has nothing to do with race.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with race. He's just. Yeah.
I mean, there was never like any racism like with his character at all. I never sensed any of that.
Yeah, but some people on TikTok were like, I don't know, they were just.
It's TikTok, bro.
It is TikTok, but.
I'm not trying to like. I know people always use this excuse, but wasn't his wife and like best friend literally black?
They were.
Like I know it's not an excuse. Cause I mean anybody could but
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know why they brought race. There was no racist comments in that show or movie at all. So I don't know.
Let's say it was like comedy wise, but
I mean, yeah.
I love the scenes with Bucky and Sam's sister.
Those were funny, bro.
Was that his sister?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Bucky was flirting with her.
Bro, yeah,
she was flirting with Bucky. Yeah.
That was freaking funny, bro.
I will say, I think they butchered Sam's character in that show, though.
Okay. Okay. You talk about this, like I think them send. I feel like they set up U.S. Agent like. I think people rather see U.S. Agent as Captain America, but let me finish. Because I feel like after Falcon Winter Soldier, they butchered Sam a little bit, so people don't like care as much of him being Captain America, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The writers haven't done him the best justice. They did John Walker better justice than they did, Sam Wilson.
Maybe he'll be better in Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, I hope he is, because he just needs to be written better. That's what I feel like. Like, he should be Captain America, but...
He was okay in Brave New World.
Yeah, he was okay in Brave New World. I like how he took charge, too. Like, he was good in that one.
He's like a leader.
Yeah.
I think I keep seeing, like, TikToks about this scene where he's, like, talking to, like, the government, and he's like, you gotta stop calling them terrorists. Like, bro, are you stupid? Dude, I don't care what you think. They blew up a building full of civilians.
Where was this?
The Flag Smashers in Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh,
in the end, he was like, you gotta stop calling them terrorists. Are you stupid?
Bro,
like Captain America, come on.
What was their whole agenda? I forgot. Was it like trying to be like world?
It was
world
trying to
peace?
get like one world.
Yeah.
Have every country be one country.
That was the.
Like
crazy,
they wanted no borders. Because I guess when the blip happened, borders did not matter.
Yeah.
But I guess when everything came back, when Hulk snapped and everything came back, I guess everything went back to normal, in a way, I guess.
Yeah. And
the borders came back up, and people were sent back. If you I guess came from Mexico or Canada and went to America, you had to go back. You were illegal.
Yeah.
Even if you had like a home and a family, you had to go back.
The blip is crazy in general, but I love how at least get mentioned like at least once in every project or TV show.
Yeah.
Like that's not something you should like. And I love how they're mentioning the Celestial too, because like bro, that should be mentioned. But I think Brave New World was the first one to mention it, wasn't it? Was it not?
Eternals. Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. But.
I mean, like Eternals came out in 2021, and then Brave New World came out in 2025. 4 years. Without a single like on screen. I think a show had it. I think it might show
like on the news or something.
I think so. One of the shows or movies. I don't.
Oh, I can't think.
I think it was a show.
Cause what came out between that?
A lot.
Yeah. She-Hulk, Ms. Marvel, Moon Knight maybe.
I don't think it was. Was it Moon Knight?
No, I'm talking about like shows that came.
Oh yeah. Moon Knight came way before that. Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all can fact check this, but yeah, we know. I think mentioned at least once, which is nice.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Thunderbolts things.
Yeah, overall,
I love John Walker. John Walker was great.
John Walker, I love his dynamic with Bob too, because he was like kind of like the, like bully older brother, like you know what I mean?
Yeah, he called him. I noticed. I saw this thing on TikTok where it's like talking about he called him Bobby.
Yeah.
At first, and that's what his abusive dad called him too.
Yeah.
his abusive dad called him Bobby. That's why he hated being called Bobby by John Walker. And at the end of the movie, he called him Bob.
Oh, you called Bob at the end of the movie?
Called him Bob at the end of the movie, yeah.
I remember, like, it wasn't this, but it was, like, during when they was trying to get Bob out of the void. Like, his dad, like, he, like, punched his dad in the face, bro. When he was, because they was walking there trying to escape it. Yeah.
Was it Bucky that punches or John Walker? I don't remember.
I think it was John Walker. I'm pretty sure.
It was John or Bucky.
Yeah, but I might be wrong, but I think it was John Walker.
Okay, I think it's the last thing we say about Thunderbolts before Superman.
Yeah.
Red Guardian carried the movie. Red Guardian was the funniest.
Bro, Red Guardian.
Stop, Jelena! Do not go to the vault! When he came with the freaking limo, bro, he was like,
yeah, was like,
Jelena!
She was like,
do not go to the vault! Valentina's will kill you!
I don't know him.
Bro, that was I was crying, bro.
That was
he
funny,
was
bro.
He was so funny. He carried the movie, bro.
He did.
That was funny, bro.
I love how they tied him in because he was driving Valentina and like overheard.
Oh
what
yeah.
he was talking about. And he was like, "Oh, bro, I like how
when he was like when it was showing that scene, I was like, what's the importance of this scene? Like I mean, I guess it's kind of like I guess a way of them like showing that they're gonna kill him, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, and then they just showed him, and I was like, oh, I forgot he drives limos.
Yeah.
Because they briefly mentioned that before.
Yeah.
But all right, do you want to watch Superman trailer?
Yeah. Superman.
Review and rate. I'm excited because I've seen a little bit of this, I'll admit, but I have not seen the full thing. They released a teaser for it yesterday. Unfortunately,
I saw pictures.
But
I didn't like watched it actually. And I was what was I gonna say? Dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. But I'm excited.
I hope this is good. If this is not good, the DC universe.
And this is the official trailer too.
This is the official.
So,
I think this is 2. Yeah, there it is, right there. You ready?
Let's get it. It's an ad. I knew it. I knew it.
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah.
You'd let me interview you as Superman.
Sure.
So she knows. Okay.
Oh.
Ready?
Let's do it, Cronkite.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
His voice changes.
Recently,
It did
he's been under
change.
a lot of fire.
Oh, sure.
For some,
It's a lot of fire.
it's a lot.
Oh, shoot.
What'd he do?
Today, the Secretary of Defense said he was going to look into your actions.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's funny.
My actions.
Did you watch?
Stopped a war.
Creature
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Not maybe. I did.
In effect, you illegally entered a country.
This is how you're gonna be?
I'm not the one being interviewed, Superman.
Ooh.
Did you consult with the president?
He's the president?
No.
You seemingly acting as a representative of the
wasn't
United States
representing
of
anybody except for me.
around the world.
If he's the president, this vibe's already different in this
I
trailer.
would question myself in the same situation and
Who's that?
consequences.
People are going to die.
Oh, the theme, bro. I love how the people are helping him.
Yeah.
Eyes up here.
This is good.
Oh, this looks so tough, bro. Who's that?
Crypto.
Oh, she kills the robots. Okay. It's fucking
Choices,
nothing but hyper crypto, bro.
your actions,
Who's that?
what makes you.
Oh, I think that's
Oh,
little.
flashback.
Yeah. This is terrific.
Superman. It's not
He's gonna be a good Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah. Metamorpho.
It's somehow become the focal point of the
Ooh.
entire world's conversation. I will not accept that.
Ooh.
Activate your boots. Go get him for
There's
me.
Martha. Bro.
Oh, okay.
This looks so tough. Dude.
Dude.
You have a dog?
Crypto,
That shit looks good.
bro. DC's back. DC, I don't
DC's
care.
back.
I don't care. This movie's finna do freaking numbers,
Bro, if that movie is gonna like $1 billion, bro.
bro. It's a good chance it can. That's a really good chance it can. I really hope
I
it
think
does.
that's
too.
like the second time we've heard his voice. Because we like
Yeah.
barely heard it in the first trailer. I don't think we heard
yeah,
it
we
at
didn't
all in
really
the
hear.
first.
We didn't really. Did we hear him talk?
In the first one, no.
Oh yeah, or like yeah. I think he said something like when he was walking in the Daily Planet.
I think so,
But
yeah.
barely though. I don't feel like you heard him a lot, but so she knows. Lois Lane knows he's Superman.
I wonder how, like, if it's like a meteor, if that's like later on in the movie.
That's a great question. I feel like it might be later on.
Could be later on.
I would hope it is.
I think it starts with that war.
The World War.
Because she mentions, so what happens, I guess, from the trailer, what it seems like from the trailer, is he stops the war, but he
Yeah.
crossed into another country. So I guess it was illegal for him to do that at first.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And, I mean, I'm assuming later on in the DC universe, that's not going to be a problem anymore.
Yeah.
But I guess since Lex is president,
If is
a
Lex
problem.
president? If he's president, that's
because it said the president, and it
points to
they go to
Lex.
Lex.
if Lex is president, that's cool. I like that.
That does happen in the DC universe, but that's like fast. If he's already
If
president.
he's president right now, he's gonna be a good bro. He's an amazing actor too. Nicholas Hoult. He's gonna be a good Lex. Yeah, he's gonna be good. And I love people are like we're dissing this, but I love the color grading they did for this film.
It's so much brighter.
It's brighter and like it doesn't look like traditional like Marvel film. You know, it has like a different like tone to it. Like visually, it has a different tone to it, which makes it separates it from other projects. So I liked it.
I think it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, it's good.
I think it's gonna be 10 out of 10. Honestly,
I do too.
It could be the best Superman movie of all time. It might top Christopher Reeves.
Yeah, it's gonna be bro. Especially James Gunn's doing it too.
James Gunn's just a W director.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just the best. Like he's Guardians,
Guardians,
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo is bro. Scooby Doo.
What else he done? He's done. He did Peacemaker.
Yeah, Peacemaker.
Peacemaker season 1 and 2. Season 2 I think is this year or next year.
It comes this year. It comes out either September or August.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to watch that.
Oh yeah.
Season 1 was fantastic.
I remember I waited to watch Peacemaker, and
Me
then
too.
when I finally ended up watching, I'm like, why did I wait? It was. Yeah, it was good.
I waited like until like the last 2 episodes came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched them live. I watched them at school for the first time when they came out, like the last episodes.
Yeah.
So it was. I'm glad I did.
Mm.
I got caught up so fast. And it's a dub. It's a great show.
Yeah, it is.
He did a great job with that show.
Yes. So I
don't know how he takes like nobody characters.
it make you
and
care
makes
about
them
him.
popular. Yeah, like the Guardians before the MCU were like a nobody team.
Yeah, they were.
I mean, they weren't like, I mean, even did you know the Avengers were a nobody team before the MCU?
I knew they were like popular characters, but yeah, it wasn't like that was really
the
popular.
Avengers was like the B team. Like they were like
It was the X-Men the main.
X-Men and Fantastic Four were like the main comic teams. Like the Avengers were like the team that like of people who like no one really like cared about. I guess because it had a lot of like Iron Man. Iron Man sucks in the comics.
Yeah, I heard he's a dickhead.
He is. He's horrible. I don't know, but back to Superman.
That's Superman.
It looks really good.
It does.
Every single trailer, every single promo I've seen for this movie has been fantastic.
It has. And the thing is, I like how they give
It's
us
crazy.
the same. They show us kind of the same kind of scenes, you know. Because I'm not trying to know what happens, so I feel like this lays down like, the foundation pretty good, not too much. So
I did see a lot of Metamorpho.
yeah, we saw a lot
Yeah,
more of
this-
him. So he's
Saw his powers.
he's not a villain. Does it seem like
Because he's not a villain.
he wasn't a villain?
Oh, he's a hero.
Okay, I didn't know
I don't know
that.
if he's a hero. Yeah, at least in like the shows and like he's a Justice League member.
I wasn't familiar with Metamorpho before this movie.
He's did you ever watch like the animated show? Like Justice League Unlimited, Justice League like.
I did, but I don't remember it.
I rewatched it on HBO like a couple months ago now, I think.
Yeah.
And He was part of Justice League. Yeah, he's a good guy. I think when he gets his powers in that show, at least he kind of like uses them to like kill the guy who did to him. Well, he's not a bad guy. He just wanted to get revenge on himself. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like how Dr. Phosphorus is in Creature Commandos.
Oh, okay.
Because he's not a bad guy.
Yeah. He
He's
just
just-
had bad things happen to him. And
Yeah, he literally tried to like do the right thing and it didn't work.
Yeah. Got
He
his
got
whole
his
family
family killed.
killed. Yeah.
Literally. This is his freaking like baby son, bro. That show was good, but it was dark.
It was very dark.
It was really
Especially freaking this. Make sure this is the recording real quick. You can edit this out. It's good. Okay.
We'll edit that out.
You can edit that out. But okay. Anyway, but yeah, about Creature Commandos. I hated the what's his name? The squirrel or the rat? Weasel. Yeah, Weasel. His origins, man. I'm like, he's not a bad guy. He just can't really communicate what happened, and it's like, yeah, it's a lot.
I don't know. Yeah, I felt really bad for him. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
So he did not deserve that.
He didn't. He really didn't.
Great guy, but do you want to get into Ironheart now?
You know I heard. But what you rank that Superman trailer? 10 out of 10.
That one?
Yeah.
It was the best one. 10.
Is this your
That
most
was a 10.
anticipated movie for the rest of the year, or is it? Okay? Let's
As I know, this year has
shall we rephrase the question.
Fantastic Four.
Does that Fantastic Four? You more anticipated for Superman or Fantastic Four? Because for me, it's Superman because it's starting a whole other universe.
Because if this movie
Kinda.
fails, the universe is over.
Yeah.
So I think this movie, like, the universe depends on this movie.
Yeah, it has more weight on the shoulders.
Yeah. Because if Fantastic Four does bad, and is a bad movie, I guess that part of the MCU will kind of fail. But they can always do a different cast of characters.
Or they just continue
Because
move on from it.
Because it's also a different universe. Remember,
It is
so they
different.
could
universe.
just kill them off and then bring in a new Fantastic Four. If the movie performs that badly, I mean, they already killed Taskmaster off because she was not a very well written character and a bad decision.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's that easy for them to just kill a character off, just kill a whole team off like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
I think Superman is my most anticipated though. What about you? Superman?
Okay. Yeah, Superman has more. That's a cool thing to compare it to though, because if Superman fails, I mean that's it for universe. But if Fantastic Four fails, the MCU is like, where do they go from there? Because like, I feel like especially advertisement, they put all of it to Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four for these to be like, and these are the movies before Doomsday. So it's
Right,
really
before
good.
Doomsday.
It'll affect Doomsday if this does bad. So yeah.
I hope we have a Doom cameo, at least, in this movie.
Okay.
If we don't at least see him, I'm gonna be very disappointed. I won't lie.
And where is he from again? What's it called?
Liberia.
Is that like on Earth?
Yeah,
So you think he's?
I think.
That'd be cool. He's
because I mean he's created with them.
yeah. Is that how it is in comics too?
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me, guys, but I'm pretty sure.
Don't
Yes.
quote us.
Everything I'm saying is just like most of the things I'm saying about the comics. I know from what I believe I've heard. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I promise I'm sorry.
Hey,
I apologize.
Just correct
But-
us in the comments if we're wrong.
Yes, please.
Please, nicely.
Bully him
Or
now,
not.
but no, I'm kidding. Okay. What was I gonna say? I don't know. I think Doom will probably be a credit scene though.
Okay.
He'll probably either be a credit scene, or he'll be the villain behind the scenes. Like Galactus isn't the real villain.
Because
Or what if sorry,
no, you good.
what if Doom is the one that brings him?
Brings
It
Galactus.
causes the end of that world. But he actually wants to kill the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Because he blames them for what happened to him. I'm gonna guess. It's my theory.
Mm-hmm.
He blames them for what happened to him. How it disfigured him. So he uses his power. I don't know what his powers are, to be honest. But
I can't explain to you his powers because it's
it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But he's like Iron Man, but not.
Yeah.
But
Was he in like the ship with him?
I don't know.
If he
I mean,
was,
I think in the movies he was.
yeah,
but-
but probably not the comics.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
But if it's like that in the comics, they do it in this actual movie. They did like a really good job hiding him, cause
I have seen this theory of like because I think I did read this on TikTok. I could be wrong. I'm sorry again, but I did see this thing where like Doom can like control like dead bodies maybe, or like control like he can like kind of like dream walk, kind of how like Doctor Strange did in Multiverse of Madness.
yeah,
And people think, what if he controls Iron Man's body, and that's why it's RDJ, and Doom isn't RDJ, it's somebody else. Or what if that's also this theory?
crazy.
What if RDJ is a Doom bot?
okay,
And like he's made to look like Iron Man
yeah,
to throw them off, because most of them are his friends,
Yeah.
or family.
yeah,
So like if Spider-Man fights Doom, he's not able to. And his mask comes off, he's not able to fight Doom.
yeah,
He'll fold, even if he's symbiote form, he'll fold
yeah.
because it looks like him.
That bro, and you know what? That'd be perfect because people were like, the RDJ got so much hate, especially for me, because I want a new actor for Doom.
Yeah, I mean,
and it didn't make any sense for RDJ to come back. But if something like
Oh, yeah.
that happens, bro, that's perfect. That's,
What if the whole movie
Yeah.
they're fighting RDJ's Doom,
What? Fantastic Four or Doomsday?
like in Doomsday? In Doomsday, they're fighting his Doom, right?
Okay.
And at the end of the movie, what was that sound?
No idea.
I'm not investigating.
I'm not
But
looking at it. I'm not looking at it.
by the end of the movie, they kill him, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're about to kill him, and
Yeah.
he shuts down. And they're like, "What the hell?" And they're like confused, and then like the real Doom comes out, and he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna put the mic down for a second." But he's like, and then he's like, and it's like somebody they knew
Yeah.
who's like pretending, who's actually pretending to be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then like somehow like he kills like a couple of them.
Yeah.
Kind of show you powerful at the end of the movie.
Mhm.
And then he creates Battle World from there. Maybe like the area like Doom's in. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how this would work. Like maybe like there. I feel like he like the Void
Yeah.
is gonna become Battle World. Because that's where all of the universes connect. Is the Void.
And Bob is in Doomsday too. So
I heard he's gonna get a new suit in this new movie too.
Ooh, okay.
Already gonna get a new suit.
Huh?
He's
Already?
already gonna get a new suit.
Maybe it's gonna be more like
Comic actor.
I would say like more like
Those lines.
yeah. But he's a big character, and it would suck if it'd be nice if he gets a cameo, but it'd be more if he actually does something like big. 'Cause he's a big character in the comics.
Did you ever see the concept art that came out a couple months ago?
Of what?
The Avengers Doomsday concept art.
Like the hoax. and
The
stuff
Hulk
like
stuff like that. There was this one where this guy was like, it was like a long haired guy with I think a beard maybe.
Mm.
And he was like chained up like this.
Mm.
And people thought it was Bucky.
Yeah.
What if it's Sentry? He has Sentry like locked up as a pet because he's so powerful.
Sentry has a. That's like freaking. What was it?
Thanos had Hulk like that.
That's Hulk and what's it? Superman and Apocalypse or Darkseid. Superman and Darkseid. Yeah. And Justice League. Remember he was his pet.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That would be
What if
that would
Doom
be
has
tough.
Sentry locked up and they have to like
Yes.
and like what if like Yelena is like tries to save him and she dies right in front of him and Sentry crashes the fuck
Bro.
out.
Then dies, bro. Sentry.
That's gonna be a D1 crash
That's
out right
that's
there,
gonna
bro.
be.
He's
Yes.
gonna lose it.
He gonna lose it. He gonna lose it, bro.
I think Doom is gonna be good. I hope.
Yes, I do too.
I hope they don't butcher the Hulk again in Avengers, but
They're gonna do him. I feel like they're gonna mold him back to like
maybe.
what we like, because they already seen he's not doing good like in the public eye. So
I don't know. The Russo brothers are the one that did ruin Hulk though.
yeah.
So, do you want to try Ironheart now?
Ironheart, no.
All right, y'all. We have not seen this at all.
Yeah, I haven't seen this. I didn't even know it was
I don't
still
even
coming
know
out.
why this is coming out. I don't. Is it crazy? I don't care about this.
It's not crazy, but I hope it does good though. You know,
I'm gonna
I hope it's
watch
good,
it,
yeah.
just to see if it's like decent. But like,
Because I said the same thing about Thunderbolts when it was first announced.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was gonna be good because
I was like, I thought it was a weird team up, because it was like basically all Captain Americas.
Yeah, that's
With
why I
all Black
thought
Widows.
it was gonna do that good, but
Because the comic team is so much cooler.
it is. It definitely
The comic team is literally like there's multiple different variants of the comic team.
It's like,
but
I
my
know Red Hulk
favorite
is a main character. In
He's in
Thunderbolts.
one of them, yeah. I think one or two versions of the team. But my favorite team is Red Hulk, Deadpool, Punisher, Elektra, and Ghost Rider. I think
Ghost Rider. Yeah, he is in Thunderbolts.
that team is tough. That team could
That
have
is
fought
tough.
Century though.
Oh yeah,
That team could have fought Century. Ghost Rider,
Ghost Rider. Okay, yeah, Ghost Rider got that penance.
Ghost Rider, and
still.
Deadpool.
Yeah, Deadpool.
Deadpool maybe. Deadpool would just get back up.
Yeah, Deadpool just Deadpool can't do anything. He just keep coming back to life.
Sorry.
Unless
Sorry,
he like rips something off at that point, he has to grow it back. So he's
Oh
good.
yeah.
But-
All right, let's watch the trailer. Sorry guys, we're just.
Sorry, off topic. Yapping.
Oh, it's Ryan Coogler's doing this one.
He's actually a producer. Okay.
Please be good.
In less than 3 minutes.
Oh, the hood.
I love that actor too, Anthony.
He was in
Ramos.
Twisters.
Twisters. He's in a movie I told you to watch too.
Break into the device
Yeah.
on the floor. Where you can find gas masks.
The hood's scary.
Screw this.
She's smart.
I heard Riri Williams was a genius. So, are you in or out? Riri, I see you. I see you fed up, waiting to be acknowledged for your greatness.
Okay. Who is that?
Genius at MIT.
Wasn't he Iron Man, or am I tweaking?
Working at one of those fancy tech firms.
After my internship abroad, I want to build something undeniable.
Are we gonna see Shuri? I wonder.
Iconic.
I can give you the tools to help you carry out your vision. But anyone who's ever accomplished anything iconic in life has had to do some questionable things to get it done. What will you do, Riri?
You've bitten off a hell of a lot more than you can chew. I could chew a lot.
This suit does look cool.
Yeah.
You know nothing about this man.
You're gonna end up dead or in jail.
This is so much bigger than that.
Damn.
This is wild.
Like the music.
My bunker's not shady.
Who's
What does
that?
shady bunker have that on the wall?
It's literally above a crate of self-guided missiles.
I'm returning those.
He was Han Solo.
That's a bigger actor too, so it might be important. I can already tell it's gonna be. I could already tell it's gonna have a fire music track too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I did hear who someone but might be in this movie show. There's someone I heard that might be in this show, which will make sense. It actually makes sense to all these people that. So
Theory, okay.
Guess which character it is. He's been like one of the he's like it's gonna be him. It's gonna be him. It's gonna be him. Like every show. It was a really big one in WandaVision.
It's a character.
Yeah.
They were in WandaVision.
No, like they were like everyone was like.
Oh yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah.
Who?
Mephisto.
Yep. Apparently he's gonna be in this, because it would make sense with the hood, because they're interconnected. And I noticed in the trailer he's like, "What would you do for this much power?" And what if she sells her soul to Mephisto?
Okay, I don't think that's gonna happen, but I do think that character's gonna tie into the hood though.
Yeah.
And that'd be a cool thing to mention that.
And I think Sacha Baron Cohen is playing Mephisto. He was what's that guy's name? What's the character's name? I think you know who he is. I think it was Barat, something like that.
And what?
It's a comedy movie. He's a comedy actor. Sacha Baron Cohen or something like that. Is he say his name?
Can't say I do. No.
I was to look it up, but
Yeah.
um,
But yeah,
I'll show you. Real
I'm
quick
most
if I can
excited.
find
I'm
it.
most excited about the hood though. That's my favorite part of it. 'Cause he uses magic, doesn't he?
He uses magic and like tech, I think.
That's gonna be cool. Okay, yeah, I'm a little more excited about it now that I got a little trailer of it.
Yeah, I don't know why they took so long to do one, but
Yeah, me either. But I like what we got so far. It's not too bad. Yeah.
like it just like it looks good, but I'm scared.
Yeah, I can
Because
see.
a
I
lot
can
of the
see why you
shows
could
have
be.
been like, eh.
I can see why you'd be scared because it kind of gives like I love the music and everything. That's different about that.
That
But
guy.
him. Okay.
He's playing Mephisto. This guy.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Supposedly he's playing Mephisto.
I can see that.
He plays what's his name? Who's he play? What's his character he plays?
Yeah. Okay.
Borat.
Borat. Yeah.
I've seen like a lot of like memes about him
Yeah.
on TikTok, but
Okay.
yeah, he's supposedly playing Mephisto. Supposedly, but he's been that's one of those characters that's like been like teased for years now. It was even in Loki.
Mm.
I mean, he would have made it since the WandaVision though, because he was like a big character with Wanda.
Yeah.
But even in Spider-Man, he's a big character.
That's true.
But
But yeah, I'm a little more excited now. I'm gonna tune into it, and
it was June, right?
I didn't see the
I
date.
think it was
Is it June
June
now?
24th.
June 24th.
I
Might be wrong, but okay.
could be right. Comment it down below.
Yeah,
if you
comment
want,
down below
'cause
if
I'm
you-
gonna forget. I ain't gonna lie.
This is our first episode. We're still learning the ropes, trying
This
to
is new.
get this started. We're just two guys who like burgers
This is,
and just want to make a burger shop. Just
we are young.
there's a fire. No. So now we're gonna move on to another
Politics.
section. We're gonna talk about our top five MCU movies.
Top 5. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
There's a lot of
There's
movies.
a lot of movies. So 5, I'd give Thor Ragnarok. I think the directing was. I think Taika Waititi did really good on that one. I thought Thor Love Thunder was going to be as good, but it wasn't. Unfortunately, I don't know. I think they did too much on comedy with the Ragnarok, but Thor Love and Thunder. But with Ragnarok,
Cause I think he Thor Ragnarok did so good with comedy wise. He thought he needed to
do too much.
yeah.
I also read that Chris Hemsworth was kind of part of that. He wanted to do too much funny stuff, I guess, and he realized after that he didn't want that. And I also heard that for the 5th one, Taika Waititi is not going to be director. He wants the director of Extraction to do Thor 5.
Oh, Extraction was tough, bro. You see that movie?
I've seen the first one.
That movie was the one shots, bro.
They were good. But for Thor Ragnarok, mine's number 5. The comedy and action were written very well. There wasn't too much comedy, but it was funny, and the action was really cool. It was cool seeing Hulk and Thor's dynamic, getting introduction to Korg and Meek. Is that what his name is?
Yeah, Meek.
Yeah, Korg was funny. Korg was really funny. Great character. It was cool seeing Loki be a hero.
Mm-hmm.
We hadn't really seen that. We saw a little bit in Thor the Dark World, but not as much, because he faked his death. And then number 4, I'd have to give it to Deadpool and Wolverine. I know that's probably high for most people, but I loved it. That was my most hyped movie last year, right?
Was it last year?
I think
It was last year, yeah, because it came out in
That
December.
was last summer.
Yeah, it came out. That's crazy. Yeah, it was last summer.
That was my most hyped movie last year. That was really, really good. The cameos were great. I think it's one of those movies that needed cameos because it's the Void and it's introduction to X-Men kind of to the MCU.
Yeah.
And I thought Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, because it's a different version of Wolverine than we usually seen, more of the asshole version of Wolverine. how
been through more stuff.
his like character development from like when he got introduced in that bar to when he like helped save the world with Deadpool at the end.
Yeah.
That was such a great development from his character.
Yeah, it's that character arc.
Because in his universe, he destroyed his. I'm pretty sure he killed the X-Men.
Yeah.
In his universe somehow.
Because we got that. Yeah, we got that scene.
Yeah, and in this universe, he saved, I guess, the mutants, or I don't know if it's the mutants, but like, he saved the world.
He saved. Yeah.
He saved the
he
world.
saved. He saved the timeline. Was it a
I
certain
think
timeline?
It was that timeline. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was a really cool and really well done movie.
It was.
And
there was some parts about Deadpool Wolverine that weren't like not gonna really age well. It probably bring it down for people, especially because like some people like to base stuff off like nostalgia, and have that as like, but that's a great part for ranking something is nostalgia, because movies should make you feel a certain way. Sometimes movies, especially like that one, this is supposed to be like a perfect like masterpiece. It knows what it is and it's doing those things very well. So
that's true.
Yeah.
And I guess number 3, I give No Way Home. That Toby and Andrew did lot their asses off for that movie, but that their cameos were a great reveal, even though we all knew it was gonna happen. It was still real. It was obvious.
I was
It was obvious.
refusing to believe it. So
I get that.
Yeah.
If they hadn't been in it, I don't think the movie would have been as good.
it wouldn't have.
I think they did carry it a little bit, but it was. Tom's my favorite Spider-Man. That's also an unpopular opinion. Tom's my favorite. I think he's the best written. I think we'll get into
We'll
that
talk
later.
about that later. Yeah,
Okay.
we'll talk about that later.
But yeah, I thought it was really good. And then 2, I had to get Infinity War.
Okay.
Best ending to a Marvel movie.
Okay.
The twist of Thanos winning. No one thought that was gonna happen.
No,
I mean, be honest. I mean, maybe some
I
people thought it was
didn't.
gonna happen.
I didn't.
But I don't think the majority thought Thanos was going to destroy all of them. I mean, the way it started, him killing Loki in the beginning of the movie.
In the beginning of the movie, killing Loki
That's insane. Because Loki was scary.
He was scary.
And he just dies. Like, it was nothing. He goes, his neck snapped.
And crazy thing is,
And
the
Hulk got
movie
pissed
before,
out, too.
movie before that, I'm pretty sure it was Thor Ragnarok, right?
It was, literally. Like, I think it was either that or, like, I don't know if it was the Ragnarok.
It might have not been that, but
Black Panther or something. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but the thing is, that's where Infinity War starts at, though.
But yeah, that's where.
Yeah.
That's how Fantastic Four is going to be.
Yeah.
For Doomsday, but
yeah.
let's see. But yeah, it was every character in that was cool because it interconnected all the movies.
Yeah, Russo Brothers did an amazing job with that because there's so many characters to intertwine.
Dude, when Doomsday comes out, there's way too many.
There's so many.
Way too many.
And the thing
Also
is,
bringing in old ones too.
Like the thing is, between phase was it phase 1 through 3 was Infinity Saga.
Yeah.
Like right there, they set every character up with multiple movies, except Hawkeye and Black Widow, but they were still in multiple movies though.
Yeah.
Like you care about those characters more, but now it's like
with this one, it's like there's like nobody in anything.
Yeah, like they're like in their separate projects, or like they don't know each other either. Like this don't like you get like mentions of other stuff, but they don't they're not connected as it was in the Infinity Saga.
I hope they do a hard reset after
Doomsday? Secret Wars.
Because the Secret Wars, don't quote me again. I'm gonna keep saying
this
that.
might be spoilers. We're not sure.
But in the comics, I'm pretty sure the universe resets like completely. I think a couple of them live. I'm pretty sure. I could also be wrong. But in the comics, I think I read this somewhere. I'm probably totally wrong. But I think Black Panther, Miles Morales, and Peter. I think Captain America. I think there were 6. It's Black Panther, both Spider-Man. I think it was Namor, Iron Man, and I think it was maybe Strange. I'll remember, I think.
That'd be cool. Yeah, it's cool to have those being. Yeah, okay.
If they were the ones that remembered everything.
Yeah, they'd be forming like
I think
Illuminati. Think about it. The only people that know. Yeah, the only people that know.
That could be the MCU Illuminati. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we had gotten like a good Illuminati team.
Yeah.
He's on screen. We could still.
But hey, back to you though. I'm sorry to cut you off, but
You good?
the one good thing that came out much Multiverse Madness was John Krasinski, bro.
Oh yeah, that was
fantastic,
great, bro. That was.
When I saw that,
he got wasted. But
he got wasted, but bro, that's what everybody wanted to see was him. So
I'm glad that he saw the cameo.
yeah, me too.
But my number one. Oh,
You're number two. Number two.
Infinity War.
Oh, my fault.
You good? Number one. Winter Soldier.
I'm the soldier.
Captain America: Winter Soldier. That I can rewatch that movie so many times.
Yeah.
It's like it's
No argument
it's
here.
like a lot of like the Marvel movies were like, I mean they're a little bit dark, but Winter Soldier was dark. It was a different tone for Marvel at the time, I think.
He definitely was.
I mean Thor was dark a little bit. I mean not Iron Man. I'm trying to think of like Hulk was dark. Hulk, the 2008 one was
The first
pretty
one?
dark.
Okay, yeah. Sounds fun.
A little bit, but Winter Soldier was
Winter Soldier, yeah, it took a whole other turn, especially with like
it was sad
it
too.
was sad.
Like when I thought Fury died too, bro.
Bro, I actually thought he died, bro.
Damn.
When did that come?
Fury.
Because I was watching it when I was younger, and it came out. I forgot what came out, but 2014. So I watched it one time. I didn't really understand it. I went back and watched it probably 2019, I think, or 2020. And dude, that movie.
It's a
great movie. No arguments here.
No, Winter Soldier is number one. It's acting was great. Story was really good.
Mm-hmm.
The characters were fantastic. The twists were amazing.
Yep.
And making a Hydra, having Hydra be in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D., the whole reason S.H.I.E.L.D. was formed, pretty much. One of the reasons S.H.I.E.L.D. was formed was to stop Hydra. And Hydra was in charge of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Hydra was in charge of everything.
They were running it. They've always been running it.
Bro.
That's so crazy, bro.
It is. You got my list?
Yeah. I'm scared.
My list isn't scary.
Okay.
Yeah, something to be scared about. Number 5, I'm taking Spider-Man: Homecoming.
That's not bad,
bro. I love that movie, especially when it first came out. I watched every movie, every Spider movie the day it came out, except Tobey movies, because I wasn't born yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, Andrew Garfield, both his movies I seen the day they came out, and when Homecoming came out, I was a little scared. But I was really excited because it's like Spider-Man. We haven't seen him in a minute. We've seen him since Civil War, I think.
Spider-Man was in Civil War in 2016.
Yeah, but it was just a little scene of him. So just seeing that hyped me up for Homecoming. When Homecoming came out, were we in high school?
2017, so
No,
we were in 7th grade.
7th grade. But the high school aspect, bro, was so, even now, it's so realistic. It's crazy how realistic it was. Even though it was cheesy, that's literally how high school was. It was cheesy. So just seeing how seeing the character dynamics and stuff, and I love how Iron Man was in it. People don't like how,
they call him Iron Boy
Jr. And yeah, at the beginning, he was that, especially in that movie too. He was, but I feel like they did that on purpose though, building up to the other movies because they have a plan for Spider-Man. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So having Iron Man, bringing people to watch the movie.
I guess it was different because Toby and Andrew didn't have another hero.
Yeah, they didn't have anybody to help them.
And I mean, I guess that's comic accurate. I guess kind of, but I mean, in the comics, he had other characters though around him in the comic books. It wasn't just him by himself. So I guess him having another hero around was different for moviegoers. Mm-hmm. And they're just, I guess, we're upset by that, him having a mentor. Mm-hmm. But I mean, most heroes had a mentor though.
They did, and I like that because the way they set Spider-Man up in that movie was perfect. Because in Civil War, Iron Man brought Spider-Man in, and Iron Man and Spider-Man's connection to everybody else. So the way they set that up was really nice. And the villain, Michael Keaton,
he was so good,
bro. He literally
great.
That's a top 5 performance in the MCU.
I agree.
Yeah, there's no argument there. He literally, I remember this scene to this day.
The car one?
To this day, yes, bro.
The car? That was
in a car.
Intense. The music was dum.
And Peter knew too, but he did it. And
it was
bro. And remember when Liz shows him some of his phone, he's like, you just got back to being
the lock
serious.
in, bro.
Bro.
He's oh yeah.
Yeah. When the light turned green, that's when you realized that was.
Dude, that was a good ass movie, bro.
Yeah, that was a really good movie. That's why that's my 5. But yeah,
What's 4?
4. I'm gonna have to go with. You're breathing really hard right now.
I'm nervous.
What's there to be nervous about?
I don't know. Let's see.
All right, my number 4 is Thor Ragnarok. Okay. That's one of the most rewatchable Marvel movies, if we're being honest.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably one I watched the most. That or Homecoming. And, yeah, the comedy is really good. It's very emotional, too. And my favorite scene was the end part where it's playing, da, 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 they're on a bridge. He came up with the lightning. His eyes was lighting up, too.
Led Zeppelin.
Yes. Bro, that was the best part, bro.
What's that song called? It's with an I think. I slept with my tongue, bro.
Immigrant?
Immigrant something, yeah.
Yeah, immigrant song. So I think that's what's called. Something like
Immigrant.
that. Might be wrong.
Hold on. Actually, I forgot to post on YouTube. I don't want to get copyrighted, but
yeah, I think it's immigrant song.
Immigrant song. It's immigrant song. Yeah. That's a great. That was a tough scene,
bro. That was tough.
When he realized he could control lightning without a hammer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's what made it so cool. His eyes lit up too. I don't think we've seen it to that scene.
We hadn't. No.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah. What's your favorite?
Number 3, I'm gonna go with, and this it's always a back and forth with this one. It's either they swap, but after rewatching it, I'm gonna have to go with Endgame.
Endgame is 3. Okay.
Endgame, because they had you gotta think about it. They had a lot of stuff to wrap up, and I don't think they failed at any part with wrapping up the whole storyline. Because Iron Man sacrificed himself, which is perfect. Because his whole arc was leading up to that moment. Because, he was a douche and everything throughout the whole movies. And this one time, he actually, did something, heroic, yes. Because he was always... Even Steve didn't, see him as a good hero. But because he knew he was pretty selfish. So him doing that was...
Very selfless.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because, I remember saying these things about, the first Avengers movie.
Yeah.
How they were both, talking about how, they're him and Steve had this argument about how he was nothing but a suit.
Yeah.
And how
he just said that.
How he snapped his fingers and he was telling Cap how everything special about you was coming out of a bottle, and how Cap looked at Mjolnir.
Yeah.
Showing how he was obviously that wasn't true.
Yeah.
Cap was more than the serum. Now he was worthy of Mjolnir, which is a huge honor, obviously.
And that was the Endgame too, bro. These scenes.
That was Endgame. About that. Honestly, the MCU could have ended after Endgame.
They could have. It would have been perfectly fine.
Perfect ending right there, yeah.
And Captain America's ended too with Peggy.
Yeah, that was a good ass.
And
movie,
the music
bro.
too. They played the perfect song to end that. And that's how the movie ended too. Was with Captain America and Peggy. That was the last scene.
It was where they had a credit scene though. It had no credit scene.
It had a credit scene, but that was one of the best credits I've ever seen though.
Where I was dun dun. It showed all the Avengers.
It showed a person, all the movies in the background, and their signature.
Yeah, that was
for a name.
That was cool.
That was cool. Every character did that.
That movie got $3 billion, bro.
Yeah. That's my number 3, bro. $3 billion.
$3 billion. What would you do? Okay. What's your 2 though?
My number 2 is Winter Soldier.
What's 1 gonna be?
It's
Infinity War. It was Infinity War, isn't it?
Calm down.
I'm sorry.
Let me speak. You speak from the heart.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
My number 2 is Winter Soldier. The choreography is insane. It's crazy. I don't know the name of the choreographer, but he did an amazing job. And this comes back to Thunderbolts. Bucky tried to do the knife thing again. Did you see that in Thunderbolts?
I didn't know.
You did a knife flip. He caught it. And flipped over.
I didn't know Thunderbolts. No.
That was in it. He did it to Sentry.
I've seen it twice. I didn't know that.
Was it Sentry? It was Sentry. It didn't do nothing to him. It was so cool, bro. I know it's at the second it happened because I was like that one Leonardo DiCaprio meme. He's like,
oh,
that's what I was like, that was crazy. But Winter Soldier's choreography is crazy. The whole dark storyline about Hydra being infiltrating what was the Shield?
Yeah, that
was really cool. And seeing Captain America be like a rogue and have to figure out stuff on his own and do stuff his own way. Having being enemy number 1.
Yeah,
is
that's how he was in Civil War in the comics. It was like that.
But he was
enemy number 1. Yeah, he was hunted. But I liked him and Black Widow's dynamic in that movie too. Like it was like how they're the two men, and then that's what introduced Sam, too.
Yep, it introduced Falcon.
Introduced Falcon, yeah.
And they did that really good too, because that was the first scene. Was that not the first scene?
Yeah. Left.
Yeah, that was really good, and yeah, because that was just a simple interaction that led to him becoming Falcon and helping him later on in that movie, because he gave him his contact and everything, and for like a plane or something. I think he was like, because he did PTSD therapy, I think, for war veterans. Yeah, and I think he like told Cap about it. It was like come to one of my things eventually, and I think Cap did. Yeah, in the movie. Mm-hmm. But I guess he also came to Sam when they got after they got blown up at that Camp Lehigh. Yeah, Lehigh, I think Leeway. I don't know, one of those. I think Lehigh, but yeah, that was Winter Soldier was really good. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it should be in everybody's top 5 list. If I'm being honest, if you don't think so, then you really haven't watched it. You gotta watch it again. You gotta rewatch. You haven't seen it in a minute. Go ahead and rewatch it again and come back to me. But was I right about your number one? Was what? Did I spoil your number one? What was it? Infinity War? No. It's No Way Home, baby. No Way Home number one? Yes. Damn. Yes. That's what number one. Was good though. Bro, I'm a diehard Andrew fan. We'll get into that topic later. It's a sore subject, but No Way Home, bro. That brought out like the little kid in me, man. Watching that with that full audience, not a seat empty, literally changed. Me and you were tweaking. We watched with like 8 of our friends, right? And me and John sat next to each other. Every scene, like Daredevil popped up, bro freaked out. That was crazy. I love that show. I love that show so much. When Daredevil popped, he's like, bro. I was like, Matt Murdock. Bro, and everybody else, people reacted. Cut that brick too. Not everybody reacted. You cut that brick? Yes. Because nobody because I don't think a lot of people watched that show on Netflix. They didn't. Because that was before the whole Disney Plus thing happened. Before they moved to Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. That's before I even watched it. I haven't watched Daredevil to that point. Really? I watched it with my dad, bro. That was my dad loved that part too. Bro, we cut the brick. I watched Daredevil last summer. This is the first time I watched it, so I had no. Summer? Yes, I watched it when I was young when it first came out, like one episode, and it took a slow time to get started. That's why I just stopped watching it. But yeah, it's dude. I was tweaking. I was like, because that was the first time he was in a movie. Yes. And that was a cool scene. Even if it was like a 2-minute cameo. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's really all he needed. Cool. Yeah. Footage just got. Hold on. He was like, "Where are you?" Or something. He's like, "I'm a good lawyer." He was like, "Who are you again?" And they were like, I don't know what they said. This excellent. He was like, "Yeah." He said, "I'm a really good lawyer." Yeah, really good lawyer. Yeah. That's what he said. And another thing, my favorite part was Andrew Garfield. Man, I screamed. We both. I screamed. Yeah. Remember what? That there was theories of him it was gonna be Tom. Yes. Those masks. He's gonna be Tom. Tom. That's how Strange was. Remember? Yeah, that's how Strange was. He was he was Benedict Cumberbatch was all of the variants. Strange variants. Yeah. So that'd been crazy if it was all Tom. I ain't gonna lie. This would have been. I'd be like, yeah. Bro probably would have walked out. I ain't gonna lie. I probably would have, bro. Yeah. Andrew was my favorite part. Because Andrew is. That was one of the first movies I've ever watched in theaters. Really? And in theaters, yeah, it was. And I've always loved Spider-Man. I've got pictures of me Spider-Man clothes when I was a little kid, but just seeing that, bro, the nostalgia is gonna hit every time. Yeah, I can rewatch the movie so many times. Oh yeah, and not just the nostalgia too, but they bring back the villains from previous movies, but they did them so well, Goblin, bro. Bro, people like the crap on the nostalgia part, but bro, they did that very well, and it more the story to fit those characters and what they did in the previous movies. They intertwined it very well into this movie, and gave them a proper send off. The writers did a very good job connecting all those stories. And seeing Green Goblin actually be Green Goblin, because in Spider-Man 1 it was he was the Sam Raimi movies, yeah. He was just kind of there. He was scary in a way. He was freaking. He was strong as frick, bro. And the scene where
Spider-Man realizes it, like where he's like, it's like
Bro,
one shot.
Was it a dolly? I think it was called
like,
a dolly shot or something.
Yeah.
He was walking around because he didn't know what was going on. He's walking around like
His spider sense is the best.
yes,
He has the best spider sense.
Okay, yeah, he does. Because I remember Andrew never really realized, but Tom had it before anything even happened.
Literally, he predicted the future.
He predicted the future, and just seeing him walk around because we had no idea what was happening. Him walking around trying to figure out what's going on.
I thought something was gonna happen with Doc Ock.
I did too. I
was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I did too.
And he webbed Norman, and I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. No. Okay. Me and him had a bet. I'm gonna say it. Me and him had a bet when the movie came out. I was like, who'd you say? You said MJ, right?
I said MJ, yeah.
Okay. I said Aunt May will die in this movie. $5. That's not funny. But okay, the moment she died, I look at this guy. I was like,
not right now.
I was crying.
Not right now.
I did that.
Let me feel it. Not right now. That was emotional too.
That was.
I need to rewatch it. Frick.
We need to do that sometime soon.
Yeah, we gotta rewatch. Yeah, I gotta
that.
rewatch that.
Dude, that was. We had a bet, bro. I knew we need to do more bets.
We need to do more bets.
It's $5.
Yeah, $5.
It's $5 on the
Some
movie.
slight.
Okay, I guess the next bet. Let's do this for Fantastic Four. We'll do a bet for Fantastic Four.
Okay, we'll come up with one. Bet.
Okay. All right. So is that all your?
Last thing, when Goblin freaking suplexed Peter through the freaking ground, he threw him to the ceiling. He said, "Ooh, caught him."
Dude, the multiple freaking floors.
Yes,
bro. All the way to the ground floor.
Yes. Number one. Yes,
It's good.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to our last topic of the day.
Last topic of the day.
Unpopular opinions.
Hey guys, this is John. So unfortunately, Dante's phone did die, and unfortunately, you didn't get to see our unpopular opinions. But in next week's episode, we're gonna start it with that topic. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week.